Morning. It's Friday, September 18th, and the madness continues. I keep telling myself, try to avoid talking about Donald Trump. But it's impossible. Every single day, the man does something that needs to be spoken about. So here's the latest. The director of the CDC, Dr. Robert Redfield, came out categorically and said we would probably have some form of vaccine in December, but it probably won't be in full production until the middle of next year. And that's not an exact quote, but that's essentially what he was saying. And Donald Trump gets on his pedestal and rants that the doctor has misspoken because he knows that we already have something that's going to be ready to go by the end of October. And he doesn't understand why the doctor keeps saying the middle of next year. So who are we going to believe? Are we going to believe a man who lies every single day and a man who has the balls to contradict a medical profession? Just watch this clip and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
I think there will be vaccine that initially be available sometime between November and December, but very limited supply and will have to be prioritized. If you're asking me when is it going to be generally available to the American public so we can begin to take advantage of vaccine to get back to our regular life, I think we're probably looking at late second quarter, third quarter, 2021.
I called him. I said, what did you mean by that? And I think he just made a mistake. He just made a mistake. I think he misunderstood the question, probably. Under no circumstance will it be as late as the doctor said.
I did not know that somebody who has a 4-year degree from the Wharton College in Pennsylvania, not the graduate school, the undergraduate school, is a qualified medical expert. He's a doctor who's running this country, and running this country is a hobby for him. He doesn't take anything really seriously, and he lies about things. So who in their right mind would believe this man? And then later on in the conversation, Dr. Redfield gave a lengthy explanation about masks. He said he probably believes that masks are more important than vaccine. And he was illustrating holding up a mask. And he said this mask is probably capable of saving hundreds of thousands of lives. And of course, Donald took offense with that. What does the doctor know about masks?
A lot of people don't want to wear masks. There are a lot of people think the masks are not good.
I'm not going to comment directly about the president, but I am going to comment as the CDC director that face masks, these face masks, are the most important, powerful public health tool we have.
And then they show videos of Donald Trump leading one of his spectacular rallies, and nobody has a mask. Nobody's wearing a mask. And they're milling around inside an auditorium. And I will bet you, if we could find those people now and test them, plenty of them would test positive for COVID-19. So I realize that Donald Trump really doesn't care about the people in this country. He doesn't care about the population of the United States. He cares only about his image, his misguided image of himself. You know, he took office and swore he was going to revamp Obamacare. Have we seen anything like that? Have we seen a new Obamacare? No. It's a constant series of avoidance and denials every time subjects come up. And in his contradiction of what Dr. Redfield said, he continually to say, I spoke to him. And what he said now was a big mistake. He didn't mean that. I had spoken to him, and he said something entirely differently. I don't even believe that the man spoke to him. I don't even think he spoke to Dr. Redfield. Well, maybe if he spoke to him, it was about some inane topic. I don't think that he would argue with Dr. Redfield. And I certainly don't think he told Dr. Redfield that he intended to go on the air and publicly contradict everything Dr. Redfield has told us. And what's even worse is every medical expert in this country agrees with Dr. Redfield. Now, if you notice in all of the press conferences lately, Dr. Fauci is missing. Dr. Birx are missing because they have said things that the president doesn't want said. And now he's got some new doctor, this guy Adler, who's spouting his falsehoods. So we are in desperately bad shape, and I don't know when we're going to come out of this. We know that we are about to hit 200,000 dead from this pandemic. And we know what Trump told Bob Woodward several weeks ago, or back in February, that he said he didn't want us to panic. And that's why he downplayed it. And he said he will downplay it now. So maybe that's the only truth he's ever told in this whole thing. He'll downplay it. He'll avoid it. And for those of you out there who listen to him and believe him, you just better watch your ass, because this thing is going to come up and bite you. Don't be walking around without your mask. Don't be the big tough guy who says, all right, I won't wear a mask because my guy sitting in the White House told me that we'll have a vaccine in October, and that'll save me so I don't have to wear a mask, That's the kind of thinking that will get you in a pine box quickly. So I advise everybody out there to stay safe, wear your mask, and here is the real thing that you should do. Don't listen to Donald Trump. Thank you very much. Bye.